Bloody oath. Now, Prue has just been elected as the Labor MP, has become the Deputy Leader of her party and thus the Deputy Premier of New South Wales. Prue's well known to us on the show. We've had her here for years as an opposition backbencher, Shadow Minister, Deputy Leader and now the Deputy Premier. Now, I love that her story is one that I identify with well and truly, which is to come from a family that loves you but isn't connected to the big end of town, and she's now been able to rise to this incredible position. Had a chance to have a chat to her today when this lovely lady who's about to turn 40, who's gone through a year of cancer diagnosis, who's been a wonderful single mum, who's got a wonderful partner now, has got to pinch herself at how amazing this journey's been.
I was sitting there actually this morning in Government House when it was all happening thinking, hang on, aren't I a girl from Emu Plains? I'm not sure how this happened, that I ended up here. They call it imposter syndrome, I think. But yeah, look, I definitely would have never thought that I would have ended up here, but like super pumped for the opportunity, that's for sure.
Well, and the road to get here is hard. I mean, election campaigns are hard, politics is hard, but your past 12 months, where we all know you had to simultaneously run and step back at the same time because you were crook. You're an amazing mum. You've just got so much going on. So most importantly, you know, this being the conclusion of an incredible 12 months. I mean, you couldn't have put yourself under more strain than you have in the past 12 months.
That's true, actually. It's been a bit of a rocky road at times. My community has been amazing through this, but as you know, you point to a cancer diagnosis. I had 3/4 of my kidney taken out and had to take time off work, obviously, and then right back into the campaign. And now I find myself in a position where I might be able to make a difference to the state. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, you never know what's really around the corner, I think, is what I've learned. And thankfully, I've got an awesome family, and we're doing it together as a team.
So now you're in the position, obviously, a couple of days to work out at the government offices where the toots are, where's the photocopier, but you've got big ideas and things you want to do and big responsibility, which is education. Now, we know about pay on one side of things, but something that we talk about with Mark Latham all the time is about results. How do you begin the process of recalibrating something that, as Chris Minns pointed out in the People's Forum here, used to be 3rd best in the world and is now 23rd best?
It's embarrassing. You know, I started getting briefings from the Education Department. Not sure if that's making me feel better or worse, but where do we start? I think part of the conversation that I have to have now as a new Education Minister with parents and teachers in New South Wales is that we have to get to the root causes of why this is happening. And you mentioned some of those, Paul, you know, what we do with teachers, but also what's happening in the classroom and why it is that results, standards, outcomes have slipped to unacceptable levels. You know, we've got boys particularly doing Year 9 NAPLAN that can't really read and write to acceptable levels. There's no other more important job for this new government than getting on top of these education outcomes. Everything starts with an education. During the campaign, I heard someone say to me that kids only get one chance at a childhood, and that has stuck with me the whole time. And that, in my mind, is why the most important job of any government is to get education right.